There's a secret about train stations on Christmas Eve. It's a secret only for people who are truly lost in life, not just lost on their way. And on that December 24th, Leo was that person. He stood alone in the almost empty station. In the distance, an old man sat on a bench with a leather suitcase beside him. The old man looked like he'd been waiting for a long time, as if he was waiting for Leo. Leo's life was exhausting, nothing but meetings and the quiet of his fancy apartment. For him, Christmas was just a day off on the calendar, boring. The train ticket in his hand wasn't bought out of homesickness, but out of guilt. It was all because of a photo from his mom showing their family's old Christmas tree at home. There was still one small ornament hanging crooked, exactly like when Leo, as a child, had put it there. That photo made Leo realize just how long it had been since he went home. At the quiet end of the platform, the old man lifted his head, as if sensing Leo's presence. "Young man, your train has left," said the old man, his voice hoarse but warm like a fireplace. "Everyone else has gone home." Leo could only nod, feeling bitter. "I'm trying to catch up, sir," Leo replied. The old man then slowly opened his weathered leather suitcase. What came out wasn't ordinary clothes. What came out was a scent. A scent that instantly threw Leo back in time. The smell of fresh pine trees, the aroma of gingerbread straight from the oven, and the fragrance of Christmas candles. Leo was stunned, his breath caught. "Everyone brings something home," whispered the old man. "What have you brought, Leo?" Leo was shocked. How did he know my name? My hands are empty, just holding a ticket and a wallet. "I forgot to bring anything," Leo murmured softly. The old man gave a faint smile, then pulled something from his pocket, a tiny silver bell hanging from a faded red ribbon. When the bell was placed in his palm, Leo's world completely changed. He was no longer at the station. He was 7 years old again, peeking from behind the living room door on Christmas Eve. He wanted to see Santa Claus. Right as the clock struck midnight, he heard it. A soft jingle, its sound exactly like this bell. His heart pounded as he pushed the door open. The room was dark, lit only by the twinkling Christmas tree lights. And there, in the dim light, what he saw wasn't Santa. It was his own father, in his checkered pajamas, hanging that same silver bell on the lowest branch of the tree. His father turned, caught in the act. But his face wasn't angry. Instead, he had a wide, warm smile. "Santa's already gone, son," his father whispered, his eyes sparkling. "But he left this just for you." The next morning, the bell was neatly wrapped under the tree, with Leo's name on the card. His father had already left for work at dawn, and for years after that, Leo truly believed in the magic of that night. "You never lost that magic, Leo." The old man's voice pulled Leo's attention back to the station. "You just stored it away too deep, locked up by memories." The bell in Leo's hand felt strange, warm, as if it had a heartbeat of its own. "But who are you, sir?" Leo asked, full of wonder. The old man stood up. He was tall. His eyes were clear blue, radiating an ancient wisdom. "Me? Just a delivery man," he answered gently. "And tonight your final delivery has arrived. Go home. Your family isn't waiting for fancy gifts from you. They're just waiting to hear the sound of this bell in their home again." As he finished speaking, a train, not on any schedule, hissed into the station. The old man nodded at Leo, then turned and stepped into the plume of steam from the train, disappearing like a shadow at dawn. In Leo's hand, the bell rang softly, as if urging him to hurry. Leo didn't think twice anymore. He ran, past the empty platforms, toward the real train, the one that would take him home. For the entire journey, he clutched the silver bell tightly, not to prove Santa exists, but to hold on to one simple truth, that there was a home with a light always left on for him, that there was a love that never stopped counting the days, minutes, or years he'd been gone. The train sped on, and for the first time in so long, Leo felt he was moving in the right direction. When he finally stood before the door of his childhood home, seeing the warm light from the window and the silhouette of his waiting mother, a sense of calm washed over him. The bell in his pocket rang once more, so softly, just for him to hear. Perhaps at some point in our messy journeys through life, we all need to meet the keeper of our own memories. Not to go back to childhood, but to be reminded that the true core of Christmas magic never dies. It just sleeps soundly in a corner of our hearts, waiting for the right bell a call home to wake it up again. And that night Leo finally heard that call.